600 workers received layoff notices from Apple, its latest round of tech worker layoffs in the Bay Area. KTVU's James Torres here to tell us what we know about why Apple is making the move and how we're learning about it. James?
Allie, good morning. Well, for practically the entirety of the pandemic, Apple was able to avoid some of those large, massive layoffs. We saw that in the thousands for other tech giants. And while Apple's numbers are much smaller than compared to the rest, tech experts say it's still a sign of the times and an insight into what it takes to run this kind of business. It's mostly spelled out in state records. According to California's Employment Development Department, or the EDD, Apple notified its employees of a layoff last week. The company filed a working adjustment and retraining notification, also known as a WARN report, with the EDD, and those records show 614 total Apple employees were told they are being let go from 8 offices in Santa Clara County. The question is, for those employees and the industry, what happens next?
The one thing that I think a lot of people who watch the tech industry are trying to figure out is if this is the end of the layoffs. You know, there are hundreds of people who have been laid off from Apple. That's far smaller than the thousands upon thousands of people we saw laid off from Google and Facebook and whatnot. So it may be that this is actually a sign that maybe this is the end of the layoffs. But make no mistake, there are still hundreds of people who are now going to be searching for a job.
Experts suggest those employees were likely working on Apple's self-driving car project, which had been dubbed Project Titan within the company. Apple scrapped those plans earlier this year after quietly working on it since 2014. Apple also holds a reputation for usually making an effort to move people from failed projects to other departments. There are some reports suggesting that some of those laid-off employees will work for the company's artificial intelligence or its robotics unit. According to state records, those layoffs go into effect at the end of May. Dave.